What's up, guys? Here making some CRF450L front blinkers. Thought it'd be a good time to take a minute and go through the process a little bit and show you some of the parts and pieces that make these blinkers what they are. This is the blinker. This is a orange or amber. This is how they start. It's just a light, has a couple wires coming out of it. I cut the wires off and I go ahead and add wire to the blinker. So overall length is about 12 inches long from the blinker to the plug. This is one that already has the wires added to it, and then it gets heat shrink. It gets a piece of glue lined heat shrink, so it's got adhesive in it, so when it seals down it holds on to both ends. And then on the front they're labeled L and R for left and right. They are specific for each side, so if you get them mixed up they just won't work properly. So they are labeled. And then these are the brackets. So these are the CRF blinker brackets. They're anodized black. They are aluminum. It has a 6mm hole that can bolt to the front number plate, and then the blinker itself just pushes in. Here's one that doesn't have a blinker in it, and basically all you need to do is remove the grommet from the blinker, just push it down a little bit, and then you put the wires through the hole, push the grommet in, and then push the blinker in, and it'll go all the way down. It'll seat. Then on the other end we have to put our connector. So we have two wires. The CRF450L front blinkers are just a blinker. There's no running light, there's just a blink only. So go ahead and strip a little bit back. This is the connector. It is a amp mini. It's a 7-pin connector, and we're just using the two terminals since it's just a power and ground. Go ahead and use our crimpers to crimp the terminal on. Basically, the wire lays in the terminal. This is super small. This is 22 gauge wire, but we don't need anything larger, so we go with that. Go ahead and crimp it once on the stripped wire and once on the insulation. And now we're going to crimp the black wire. Same thing. We're going to set it in the terminal. One crimp on the stripped part and one crimp on the insulated part. So there we go. We got two connectors crimped, ready to be installed. Again, they are side specific, so the orientation of the terminals into the plug is specific. So for the right side, there's a certain way it goes in. And you just put the wire into the connector from the back side, and you just push it in until it locks. Doing the same for the red wire. Just going to install it into the back. There's an audible click, and then you can pull on it and make sure it's locked in there. And then the small piece of heat shrink will just slide up, and that's going to be heated and shrunk down, so the whole blinker from the light to the connector, it's all sealed and heat shrunk, so protected and The other thing is these wires. I've had some comments and questions. It's 2 wires. They're just spun together. Basically, that makes them stronger. It makes them more flexible, and just a preference of mine when I make these on your bike. So this is going to get bolted to somewhere, the front number plate or wherever you want to bolt it to. You can heat up this part, take a heat gun, blow dryer, whatever you have, and you can bend it and it'll hold, and when it cools it'll hold this shape. So if you put them in and the wire's a little bit funky, heat it up and just let it conform to wherever it needs to go, and once it cools then it'll relax and stay bent to wherever it needs to go. So if you need to get those and change anything, there you go. So that's pretty much it. That's the 450L front blinkers. They come in a set. I have brackets available. Blinkers are available in the orange. Have them in a tinted, so they're dark lens but they blink orange. And then even do a red. So it's up to you guys, whatever you guys like, whatever you guys want, just let me know. Got them here. I'm gonna start making a few of them. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in.